Can you imagine a product without customer service or a help desk? Nowadays, it cannot be questioned. If your product is popular and for some reason you disable your customer service, your product won't survive even for a week. That's why it is crucial to be able to assist 24/7. Of course, it's nearly impossible to make it happen if you don't have a call center at your disposal, but you can use Anwserly and still deliver good customer service even if you are away. Let's roll that intro and jump right in. Now, the core of all that story is the knowledge base. So if you don't have one, sorry, you'll have to sit and write it down. This is basically the place where users will dig for the answers, and the better it will be organized, the better experience they get and the fewer tickets you receive. Simply put, Anwserly is a platform that basically keeps your knowledge base neat and tidy. Furthermore, it takes your knowledge base and puts it into a widget so your visitors would see it right away. They don't need to scroll through the whole page and find that link to FAQ or knowledge base. All is here. That's the Anwserly. But not only that, it has a whole bunch of pretty nice features too. So this is what you see when you sign up for the first time. Here you specify your company name, your subdomain and your Anwserly email. Later you'll be able to use your custom domain. Once in the dashboard, we can see right away the interface is pretty straightforward. You have that panel over the left is collapsed by default, so you can just go ahead and click that little logo to expand it if you wanted to see the whole thing. Let's see what we have here in the right tab. Now everything is simple and intuitive. You create a new category, then create an answer, and that's it. Basically, that's how you build your well-structured knowledge base. Now, both categories and answers have a rich text editor, but in case of answers, it has a little bit more functionality to it. Let's switch to the account we've created earlier because it has already some data to it. Now, here's the structure. What's really cool about it is that all these are drag and drop. If you want to change the order, you just grab the element, drag it to the place where you think it would be better for the structure and just drop it. That's it. It works both with the answers and with categories. Here on the right we have buttons delete, save, view and unpublish. These are kind of self-explanatory. I would only briefly touch on that publishing button. If we unpublish the answer and look over here on its icon, we can notice that now it has different colors saying, hey, there's something different with that element. Really handy, this way you can be sure everything is online. Now this little arrow over here basically expands the possibilities of the editor even more. This is where you add images, tables, videos and code blocks. I believe it supports over 50 syntax highlighting for the code blocks. Again, they are drag and drop, so you can just drag them into the editor and then customize it the way you want. Here you can edit meta properties like title, description and keywords, but also you can edit open graph properties so that your answer will look nice on social media if you decide to share it. Now that was the skeleton and muscles of your knowledge base, and this is where you set up a skin. Believe me, this step is really important. Not only your answers should have a good structure and content, but they should look professional. You add a background image here and logo there, play with the color palette. Oh, by the way, these color palettes are suggested by professional visual designers so that you can be sure these color combinations are the most pleasant to a human eye. So you can select the one that is closest to your brand colors and then tweak it a little bit so it would really feel like it's part of your brand. If you've gone too crazy, you can always reset it. Once you hit the apply button, all the changes you made will be applied immediately. Now, the navigation tab is all about adding links to the header and the footer. These are like about page, maybe sign in and sign up, and once you added the links, they will sit there on every single page of the knowledge base. Integrations tab is where you enable the Anwserly Help Center widget, Google Analytics for your answers, add tracking IDs, and also enable Google Tag Manager. Social links, pretty much self-explanatory as well. Once you add the link to the social media page, you can see it appears here on the footer right away. Contact page is where you set up a contact page basically. I tell you guys, this tool is powerful, but still it is so intuitive. Here you customize a form which a customer will use to get in touch. In the other submenu, you have the options to show Anwserly branding here in the footer or hide it, and also enable tracking. This is an important thing to know. You should have the thing enabled in order to have the reporting feature working. Here also you add custom CSS and JavaScript that will appear everywhere in the knowledge base. Now, this group of settings, they are similar to ones you've seen earlier for the answers and categories, but these are for the home page. And here comes my favorite feature. This is where you're customizing a widget for your knowledge base. This little guy in the bottom right corner. You can click it and immediately see what it will look like on your website. Select the type of widget, the icon, the position, and make sure to apply changes. Now let's get to help desk widget settings. Here you have two options basically, show start page or a contact page only. Pretty simple, right? You have already seen the color studio, and here's where you can actually set up the start page if you've selected to show the start page. And you start adding the components from the top to the bottom. And of course, they are drag and drop, so you can rearrange them just the way you want. And you can show only the contact page. We have touched on that earlier in the video. Let's get to the search widget. Look at that beauty. If you already set up your knowledge base, you can try the search engine right away. Just like with all the previous elements, you have all the available options here. Again, pretty self-explanatory. The only thing I wanted to touch on here, if you set this to round, try to avoid setting this input height more than 100 pixels, otherwise it will break the CSS and it will look just weird. Create Actions is a sub-menu where you can add an action right here after the search results. And the cool thing about it is that you can select this only show on 0 search results, and this action will appear only when the search engine wouldn't find the relevant answer. And last but not least, notify feature. Very simple yet powerful feature for your website. This feature enables you to deliver an instant message to your audience with this little banner, which again can be customized the way you have seen before. Now you may be wondering, how do I install all those widgets on my website? That's where this instant embed feature comes into play. All you have to do is just copy this code to the footer of your website. Let's pretend we have done that. Then after clicking that, I have installed the code, the dialog appears, and what you want to do is to open every page you want to install those widgets on. And you can see Anwserly will automatically build a list of pages. Now, what's cool about it, that it is actually an ongoing process. So once you've added a new page in the future, it will be added here automatically, so you don't need to go through the process again and again. So once the list is created, you just go ahead and click Enable Instant Embed. And you can see that functionality has changed now. So for the help desk widget specifically, you will have options to show it everywhere, show only on specific page, or hide it. As you can see, Anwserly is the easiest way so far to get your customer service to the top level. The only effort from you is to create a knowledge base, and the more informative it will be, the happier customer you'll get. So go check out the lifetime deal for that awesome software on PitchGround.com. That's pretty much it, guys. Love you all, keep safe, and I see you guys in the next video.